Hey, Leah, I like your necklace.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's very, chic. Are you wearing
Thank you.
chapstick?
Yes.
Oh, makes your
Yes, I am.
lips pop.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I like your shirt. It's not too, showy, but it shows, that you're comfortable, in your skin.
Thank you.
And, and I have to say, your nose ring is making your nose look really, really good today.
Thanks,
Oh, yeah.
buddy.
And did you recolor your hair? Leia, are you okay? I'm Lamont, and I love speaking truths and giving compliments.
And I'm Leah. Don't compliment me. Don't do it.
And
And you're tuning into
the
the
Lamont
Lamont
and
N Leah
Leia podcast.
podcast. That was a great train wreck.
I couldn't stop laughing. You're so funny, Leia.
Oh, thank you.
You should do stand-up comedy. Oh my goodness.
All right, Lamont,
Actually,
tell us about our guest.
aw, you're right. I should tell us about our guest. I
Yeah.
wanted to tell you about Barbara Streisand, but I'll tell you about our guest. Well, you know our guest, Leia.
I do.
Yeah, it's Sherice Hudgins. She's been on 2 other episodes. She was on episode. Wow, I can't talk today.
That's all right. I'll talk for you. Episode 12, exercising boundaries and cultivating assertiveness. And then episode 25, cultivating strong, meaningful relationships.
For National Friendship Day. Those are 2 really good conversations. I love having Sherice. As you guys know, if you have listened to those podcasts or watched those podcasts, she is my mentor. There's so much love. And I'm so excited to be seeing her today and talking with her today about complimenting and why it's initially uncomfortable for some people. Some people enjoy compliments, some people don't like them, some people can give them, and some people have a hard time even saying them or receiving them. And we're going to talk about all of that, what's getting in the way of that, and how we can better adjust to getting compliments and stuff. So are you ready to go get her?
Of course. Let's go.
All right, let's go get her. Welcome back, Sherice. How are you?
I am very well. I'm good. Thank you for inviting me back.
Of course, of course. I thought it would be really fun to do this topic with you. For those of you, can you reintroduce yourself for those people who have maybe tuning in for the first time or haven't seen the other episodes that you've been on?
Yes. So this is actually my third comeback. So I'm super excited about that. And I'm Sherice Hudgins. And if you want to find me on other platforms, I have a TikTok called Just Growing 265. And I'll also give Lamont and Leah my email if you need to email me that way. And I am in the mental health field. I am a parent partner, a behavioral specialist. I work for a non-public school with special needs, at-risk youth. I serve as a parent partner, like I said, to parents to help their transition with their children, behavior modification and what have you. My specialty right now is working with the children that are on the spectrum / autism. That's what I've been doing for the last couple of years, and I'm enjoying that. And yeah, if you have any other questions, TikTok, Just Growing 265, or my email that I'll provide to Lamont and Leah.
All right, sounds good. Are you guys ready to talk about today's topic? All
Let's
right.
do it.
So let's start off. Like, how do we even define complimenting? What is complimenting for us?
I would have to say a compliment for me is two-folded. Okay, there's physical compliments, oh, you have a beautiful smile, or oh, I like your outfit, or and then there's the flip side where someone may be complimenting a character or integrity or an attribute internal that someone possesses, like, wow, you really have the gift of gab, or you are someone who seems very confident, or you're extremely intelligent. There's those kind of compliments. um that would be my interpretation.
All right. Thank you. Leia, what about you?
I don't have much to add, honestly.
Okay, it's cool. It's cool. Don't worry. For me, I think a compliment is something that is designed to uplift you or bring to your attention because maybe it's something you know but you're not thinking about, but someone else isn't taking the time to notice and share that with you. It's a connecting moment.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's a good way of thinking of it.
Yeah. So, has complimenting others ever been uncomfortable for you? And if so, when did you notice it change? Or has it even changed? Maybe it's still the same.
Mm. Complimenting people. Okay, let me clear the air on this. I'm a very extroverted person, so I like to be the life of the party. If I'm not the life of the party, I'd like everyone else to facilitate that and enjoy themselves. We're at a party. I'm usually the one that goes and, hey, why are you off sitting alone? You want to come join? I'm that type of person. I'm very much I've always been a social butterfly. So giving people compliments comes very easy to me because I feel like because I'm extroverted and I just grew up very confident. That's something that both my mom and dad kind of instilled in my sister and I. Speak your mind, you know, um, you're intelligent, say what you have to say, be respectful, respect your elders, always, but had an air of confidence. And I saw that in my parents too. Sometimes I actually feared that from them, but yeah, yeah. So it and receiving compliments hasn't been a problem. Um, but it's interesting. It's usually been very physical. Like, wow, you're very tall. Wow, you have very long legs. You have a beautiful smile. Those kind of things. Until you get to know a person and you find out other, characteristics or attributes or integrity about that person, then but I think those come after you've gotten to know someone for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Right, right.
Yeah. Um, for me, I I don't know. Guess I'm kind of in between. I notice and appreciate things about people, but I guess I don't always say them.
I think that happens for
um,
a lot of people, actually.
yeah. So I mean, every once in a while, and I don't feel too weird complimenting people. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, I've always wanted to like tell people on like just in passing like wow you look great like or like oh that color looks good on you like just random people. Most of the time I don't because I don't want them going and who the hell are you like but I mean like with my family and friends and stuff I'll tell them like oh that looks great or like oh that was very nice of you to do stuff like that but receiving hell no. Hell no.
So you struggle on that end, like taking in a compliment and stuff.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So a couple of things. I kind of want to share a story where I was at Walmart and we were waiting for the baskets to come in because they ran out of baskets, and there was two, like, I want to say, like, ladies, Latino ladies. They may have not been Latino, but they look Latino to me. It's not important. um, like, one of them complimented the other girl's hair, and I don't think they could see me smiling, but the interaction was just so nice and so genuine, and I'm just smiling watching it. And then, like, they finished their little interaction because it kind of went on a little while, like because the other lady was like, "Oh, thank you," and blah 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 blah, right? And so I was like, "You two ladies have an amazing day because you guys just made my day amazing just with your little interaction." I loved seeing that, right? Um, as far as being uncomfortable, I want to say, like, right now I'm not uncomfortable, but growing up, usually I wasn't uncomfortable, but there would be times or situations where, like, sometimes, like, someone would compliment me and but, like, maybe my relationship wasn't the best with them, so it's like, why are you being nice, kind of thing, or whatever, or, like, so I'd be kind of worried about that. Or it just comes out of the blue, like I'm doing something or I'm focusing on something, and someone wants to, like, compliment me, like, okay, yeah, thanks, like, what's happening, right? Other than that, it's not uncomfortable. I guess the only other thing is it's uncomfortable when someone else feels uncomfortable. So if I give a compliment and they feel uncomfortable, then I feel like I did something wrong, or it was uninvited, right?
Yeah.
Or yeah, I felt like there was another thing, but I can't think of it right.
I once was in a conversation with someone and I watched this dynamic. This gentleman was going to give a compliment to this lady. I could just, like, he was looking at her and he was intrigued by some of the words she was saying. I could just tell him, like, oh, here it's coming, it's bubbling up. And he said, "Excuse me, do you mind if I give you a compliment?" And I was like, wow, I was kind of taken back. Kind of like when you get kissed for the first time, do you want the person to ask you, can they kiss you, or what? It was I kind of enjoyed that. I was like, wow, he asked permission because maybe he was concerned about how she was going to respond, being so new, meeting each other. It was extremely respectful to me, I thought. And I had never experienced that before. And I just thought that was an interesting way to do it. And of course she said yes. And then he complimented.
All right, that's very nice. That's a very nice consensual, like, giving someone, because that she could decline, right? I'm like, you know what, sir, like, thank you for asking me. I'm not comfortable, and he probably would have respected that boundary, and they would have been on their way, right? But she said
Right,
yes, and she got a nice compliment, and they still connected, right?
right.
Um, I know exactly. Like, we need to have a topic on that, Leia, about kissing, or like when you ask permission, when you don't ask permission. Maybe that, like, and just, like, include a whole bunch of stuff, because I know, like, I don't want someone to ask to kiss me. Like, if you want to kiss me, kiss me. But then again, I've never had someone kiss me that I didn't want to kiss me, so that might be a different story if that happened. But for the most part, I'm just like, be bold, step up, like, don't ask me. But other people are like, no, that's not okay, so
I don't know. So you got to feel that one out.
yeah.
There was some time where this guy tried to kiss me, and I pretty much told him, like, no, don't want to. And then he tried again. I was like, bitch, I'm never talking to you again. And
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't.
not okay. Like,
Never
if you
talked
were
to him after
told
that.
once, yeah, like, if you were told once, like, it's not okay. Like, say, like, you didn't know, and, like, you
Yeah.
went for it, and you're like, oh, like, sorry, like, not really into it. Then you just need to respect the
Yeah.
boundary. Like, okay, I did my shot. I was shot down. It is what it is.
I mean,
Right.
for my fiance, on the other hand, I was like, now? No, not now. Okay. Now? No, not now. Okay. Hurry up.
You should just make the first move. But it's okay. All right. So now, so we kind of
Complimenting.
deviated.
Yeah.
Coming back around. All right. So why do some people tend to struggle with giving or receiving compliments? What is that really about?
I feel it could be about past childhood. It could bring up trauma or triggers for them. Um, Somebody might think that they're being disingenuous,
Hmm.
that they're doing it just for clout or something to, sometimes people may feel if I compliment you, you're going to compliment me back. So they have something to gain. And I think that that may be difficult or, to receive or give if you're keeping those things in mind. Yeah.
I think you bring up some really good points.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, giving a compliment, I'm not really sure why it's uncomfortable. Like, for me personally. Yeah, I don't really know. I can't really put my finger on that one. But receiving. Yeah, I guess looking at it on a deeper level, I guess I don't believe the person. Like, why are you telling me this? That's not true, obviously. Also a lot of distrust from like when I was a kid and like the other kids saying, "Oh yeah, you're smart." And I'm like, "What?" And then it turns out they were just teasing me or something. So, I don't know. I guess that might be the reason for me personally anyway.
Yeah, I was suspecting for a lot of people, and I can't speak for everyone, but from what I observed, like when people have a hard time, I'm wondering, they don't believe that person, or is it low insecurities about what that person might be seeing, right? And then again, what is that relationship? Because I know what it's like to be uncomfortable with someone that you're not really comfortable with, but they're trying to like be nice or give you a compliment. And it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, that's not how our relationship goes usually. So, like, what's going on there? So I get that. But for people who are just overall uncomfortable with it, I'm thinking they're probably not either believing what people are telling them or they have doubts or insecurities about what people are telling them. And so, Leah, people complimenting you on your singing voice. You have a beautiful singing voice. You also have a beautiful podcast voice because my mom said so, and apparently she didn't even comment on my podcast. But I feel like that's easier for you to take in because I think that's something you actually believe versus if someone wants to tell you something else, like I don't know, come up with something that you may not take in easily.
I don't know. Probably just complimenting on like my appearance.
Like your eyeshadow. Let's say like you had some eyeshadow on and that might be a little bit harder for you to take in.
Yeah.
Is that because you believe you have a nice like voice versus like you may have not done your eyeshadow just right and so you're just wondering like are they being mean or
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So it's a lot of like internal believability, internal, what may be going on with you, and then the perception of it. So it's like, I know what I feel I look like. And then someone's commenting on a deficit that I feel I have, but to them, it's not a deficit. They actually like that. Now, are they being condescending to me or they really think that, we kind of banter that back and forth in our head. Which one?
Exactly. I mean, I'm pretty good at giving compliments when I maybe, under the influence. I'm that girl that runs around and goes, "Oh my God, I love your shoes, your hair. Oh my God, you're so beautiful." All night. Sometimes the next day I'm just like, what the hell was I doing?
Wow. A little bit of beer helps Leia go a long way.
Yes, I don't know why I remember this like a few days ago. Maybe because I knew we were recording this. I remember like the last rave I went to, I remember afterwards we were all waiting in the parking lot for like the cars to come around and pick us up and like our driver to come pick us up. And I remember going up to this girl and literally grabbing her face and be like, "You're the most beautiful person I've ever seen in my life." And she was like, "Thank you." And I was like, did I really do that?
Apparently.
Yep, yes, I did. Okay.
Okay.
Good. That's
I don't know
good.
where I was going with that.
No, you're totally fine. So if you are listening or if you are watching, we want to know what are some struggles that you think people struggle with or why they struggle with receiving or complimenting people. Go ahead and leave that in the chat below. And I want to be curious on what your guys' thoughts are.
Yeah.
So what is one of the best compliments you guys have ever received?
That's a good question.
Um, Pretty much any compliment about something I've made, because I guess I'm pretty like iffy about my artwork. So when people are just like, "Wow, I genuinely love that," it makes me a little happy.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I feel you. I feel you.
I may be uncomfortable about it, but on the inside.
That's really good because you've put time and effort into that, and someone else is recognizing your genuine effort that you put into a loved piece that you presented.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, Leia, I feel like I don't compliment you enough on all the artwork you do for our show because you do all of it and it all looks really well. And I'm always so happy to like put it out there and promote it. Like, I'm like, hey, like this looks good. I just hope my words match and bring her artistry to life, you know? So thank you for all the hard work you do. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh, that's nice. I would have to say a compliment that I appreciate and believe. My smile. People say I have a beautiful smile. It's very inviting.
It's true.
It makes people feel warm and welcoming. And I've been told since I was little, like that's one of my really good features. And so, and plus, you know, I'm big on hygiene and taking care of my teeth. So I'm like, okay, good. They notice my work, and you know, that feels really good. That my mouth is aesthetically pleasing to my face, you know, which makes a person feel happy and they want to talk to me, and you know, um, yeah, so that would be one. And I guess another top one up there would be my confidence level. When I meet people and they're like, you know, or I work with kids and like, you carry yourself, you walk with your shoulders, you know, up and your head up, and you just have a air of confidence. Where do you get that from? How do you, you know, how do you work to get that? And what is that from? What is that about? So probably those two things.
Nice.
I have to say, my top compliment is something along the lines of when people express like they love to be around me because it sets them free or they're free to be themselves or whatever. I love receiving compliments like that because I feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose. I feel like I'm genuinely loving those people, and maybe some healing's going on, maybe some just relaxation is going on, you know? So anything from like, man, I love your vibes, to, man, Lamont, I just love being around you, your spirit, to like, man, like you allow me to be myself, and that feels so good. Anything like those are the best compliments I could ever get.
We kind of all said different versions of like the same thing. Like when you put work into something and someone recognizing that work. Which is interesting. Like three different types, but it all kind of like goes down to the same thing.
That's right. That's right. Which kind of leads us to when we, in the beginning, when I was talking about trauma and where a person may have difficulty with compliments because of that. But later on, if it's something that you worked on and you developed and you cultivated and you're claiming it and it's yours and it's being presented to someone else to judge it, to have an opinion about it, we believe in what we've done, and we have maybe a little bit of doubt behind it, but we believe in it. And then when others are saying nice things about it, it's like, wow, my work, it meant something.
Mm-hmm.
It's for somebody. It's not just for me, like someone else was pleased
Yeah.
behind it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it reached somebody. It impacted
Mhm.
somebody. It made a
Right.
difference in someone's life.
Yeah. I mean, it's because people could walk around like this all day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, would you want to talk to someone like that? Some people may say, yeah, because I feel like they're going to be honest with me. Because some people like
Okay.
that. Me, on the other hand, I would be deathly afraid to approach someone that was looking like that. Because this person to me does not seem fun. But that's my opinion. And that could be just their resting face. They're probably a jovial person. So then again, I'm judging.
Yeah. Yeah, Leia's talked about on the show where she has to like remind herself to smile when she's at work because when she's focused, people think she's like angry, and she's like, "No, I'm just focusing. Not angry, not angry." you know.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a really good point, though.
Yeah.
All right. So we want to know what is the best compliment people compliment you, listeners and viewers. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what makes your heart sing or dance or uplift?
Mm-hmm.
And share those compliments with us. Make our day bright.
Yes. Um, while you guys do that, we're gonna take a break. Alrighty, Lamont. We're back at it again with a buzz quiz feed. A BuzzFeed quiz.
BuzzFeed, buzz.
So this one is kind of old. It was posted back in 2017, but
Hey.
valid still. It says this 4-question quiz will tell you a compliment you need to hear. I don't know how a 4-question quiz is gonna know that, but let's go ahead and figure it out. What do we need to hear?
I'm down. Let's do this.
Okay.
Tell me something good.
Yes, so for the first question is, how was your day? And there's a picture of a sunflower, spilt spaghetti, a tired little pug, and some water.
Oh, tiny little pug's cute. Let's go with the water.
Okay. What comforts you? And there's a picture of a nice field with a mountain in the background, some clean sheets, nachos, or money?
Money, 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 money. I guess food.
Those nachos look really good, though. All right, next question. What do you love the most? And there's 2 kitties kissing each other. There's a coffee and a piece of cake. There's a rainy window, and there's a concert.
Okay, so the kitty, the cake, a concert,
Rainy window.
and a rainy window. Bring on the cake.
All right, and final question. Which color is most calming? There's a dark, like, army green, a nice peachy, almost millennial pink, a nice desaturated red, and a nice desaturated light blue.
Oh, I thought that was like gray or silver. Let's go with the
it has a
gray or
bluish tint.
silver one.
Okay. All right, let's see. Lamont, you're really fun. Dogs just love you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yay.
That's
Are
what
you,
you need. That's a
are you gonna-
compliment you needed to hear.
Are you going to take it, Leia?
Yes, I'm going to take it now. So,
Okay.
how was your day? Let's do the tired pug. What comforts you? Damn, those nachos look really good, though. The nachos. What do you love the most? Man, that concert looks like fun.
But is it comforting? Oh, no, it's what do you love the most?
What do you love them? Okay, so if I have to pick out of these 4, what I love the most. Oh, but those kitties. If those kitties
are adorable.
If those kitties were 2 puppies, I would lose my mind.
Aw.
I'm definitely more of a dog person. Love kitties though. I don't know. Let me go back to that one real quick. And what color is the most calming? I'd have to go, man, with that blue one as well. Let's go with the rainy window. I could use like a rainy day to like stay in bed sort of thing.
Okay.
Let's see. My compliment is you're so smart, both in the way you dress and the way you think.
Oh, I
Boy.
agree, 100%.
Oh, why, thank you, BuzzFeed. Alrighty.
All right. Well, now that we got our compliments, let's get back.
All right.
And we're back. So, let's go ahead and wrap up the topic with if someone wanted to get better at giving or receiving compliments, what are some practices that they can start implementing today, right now?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd have to say if someone wanted to work on being better at receiving compliments, probably a good method to work on is first giving the person the appearance that you're listening to them and you're genuinely receiving what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then number two, afterwards, just say thank you, whether you believe it or not.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the general response that a person wants when they're given a compliment is, well, thank you. And not say, I don't believe that though. Like, thank you. I don't believe that to be true because we don't know how that's going to make the other person feel and then again, it doesn't matter. If that's something how you're truly feeling, you have to state how you're feeling. The person will have to deal with that.
That's true.
But I feel just one, say thank you, and then really look like you're listening to that person as they're giving, you're engaged, you're participating with that compliment.
Mm-hmm.
So, Sharice, I want to touch on that. Like everything you said, I agree with 100%. But if you're one of those people that struggle receiving, you're trying to block that. You're trying to block that uncomfortability. You're trying to shake it off. So I'm gonna go with you, Sharice. Like try to take it in. Try not to shake it off. Like I don't believe that, but like try to just take it in and be like transform your thoughts. This is what they're seeing. This is what they're perceiving, and I can believe them, even though it may not feel right for me. Once we start trying to like transform our thoughts and just allowing it to be versus like feeling that need to like shake it off, you're going to start getting better at receiving. It's not going to feel good at first, but the more you're just able to like maybe quiet like that panic or quiet that discomfort and just be like, okay, it's uncomfortable and it's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good. Very good.
That's what I do. I've just been accepted. I mean, I guess it also depends on who's giving you compliment. Because, like, if it's a creepy person that you don't know, then, like, yeah, no, shut up. Who are you? But if it's someone you love and they're genuinely giving you a compliment, even if you don't believe it, yeah, it's just like, thanks. Internally.
And it could come off disingenuous. I like what you said, Leah, if it's someone you don't know, because maybe you just started a conversation with someone and they're just rattling off compliments like, wow, you're this, you're that, it's like Miss Congeniality, you know, do you model, are you blah blah blah, you're like, whoa,
Yeah,
too much overload.
exactly.
Rewind. Yeah, that could come off a little too much. But and then to be someone, maybe if you struggle with giving people compliments, because we have to identify compliments are not always about physical.
Right.
Compliments could be, wow, you really listen to me when I talk. That's a compliment.
That is.
You are really engaged. Like, I really feel like if I tell you something, it's going to stay with you. You're not going to go run and, blab everything out. Like, I really feel like I trust you. I really feel like I have that confidence level with you. You're very humble. You don't judge. Those are wonderful compliments because those are attributes that have to do with the person's character. And those kind of feel good.
Yeah.
So maybe sometimes if you struggle with giving a compliment, maybe focus on some of those other attributes that you don't see. Maybe, engaging with someone in conversation and, you have a really nice dog, or, oh, I would like that painting on the back of your wall, just so you get into the habit of complimenting. Nice teapot, or wow, that's a cool drink. What is it?
Yeah.
generic things like that, just to get into the habit of every day saying something that's a compliment.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna encourage you to make sure, like, if you're trying to like practice that, make sure it's true too. Just don't say it just to be saying it, but like make sure it's true. Like, this is true, and I'm gonna say it. You know, versus like, oh well, I'm just need to get better, so let me just find something. You know.
Right.
So I guess the mindset, like approaching it with an open mind, like I am challenging myself. Like, be aware, be open, and then make sure it's true.
Good.
Something I do, I don't know if this is good, but something I do is if I notice something, even if I know I'm not going to tell the person, I'll say it to myself, like quietly.
That's a
I do
great way
this
to
a lot.
start.
I do this a lot, like when we're in public, or I'll tell it to like Patrick because we're always together. So I'll be like, oh, look at that guy's shirt. He looks really good in blue. Like, I'm not gonna go across the parking lot like, hey, dude, you look great in blue. But like, to myself, and I'll even say things, I'll even compliment myself to myself quietly. Like, yeah, you did a good job, Leah. Good job.
No, I believe in building yourself up, right? We have so much negative self-talk. Like, it's important to like over program that and tell ourselves encouraging and powerful things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm big on manifestation. Like when you say something, that positivity, even if it's not heard by that person, you're putting it out there. And that's also helping you, um, you know, to be aware of your surroundings and what you're looking at and what you appreciate and dislike, and you're expressing it, and that's good. It's a way to express. And compliments could also be simple as a smile. That's if you're talking with someone and you're agreeing with they're saying, a smile lets them know I'm complimentary to what they're saying.
Yeah.
If I was in disagreements, I might be looking away, I might be agitated, I might be huffing and puffing, I might be like, when is this over? You know. But if I'm smiling, I'm engaging, I'm wanting it to continue. That's complimentary.
Leia, so often, like, if I'm with my brothers or friends, close friends, and they'll tell me, like, they'll say, oh, like, I like that person's hair, or I like their shoes, or whatever. I'm like, go tell them, go tell them. Like, I encourage them to. And of course, they're gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna tell them. Like, and so I do try to model, like, because sometimes I'll do that. I'd be like, I like them, they'll be like, oh, go tell them. I was like, you know what, I am, and I'll go over there and tell them, right? Because like I want them to like feel like brave enough to be doing that, and I feel like it's a great way to connect, and we don't connect enough or with other people. We miss these opportunities to connect with people when we choose not to tell people what our thoughts are. Like, yeah, you might be bringing up someone's day by like telling them and making the just a little bit better. Sometimes people aren't going to be open or receptive to it, but I think the intent should always be to let's connect. Let's try to make someone's day a little bit better, you know? So I'm going to definitely encourage you, like, if you think it, say it out loud. Or if you say it to someone else, go tell the person.
I like that.
I'm just gonna start screaming across the parking lots. You look great!
Great shirt! Oh, great shirt!
Hell yeah!
That color looks great on you, guy.
Gonna be like, who is this lady? Yeah, so if you guys have any other ideas on how we can practice this skill and get better at it or be more comfortable with this, let us know down in the comments.
Yes, we want to hear from you. Well, Sherice, it is always good to see you. I really mean it. I'm so happy to see your beautiful face. I hope things get better because I know you're dealing with a lot right now. But thank you for coming and talking with me and Leah today. Thanks for everything.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I enjoy it. I made a commitment to you, and I'm like, I'm a firm believer in a promise is a promise, a commitment is a commitment. So I toughed my way through it, totally drugged and extra happy. So if it came off like that. It's a little bit of the drugs and a little bit of Sherice.
That's all right.
Yeah, but I appreciate the invite back. And you guys are doing a phenomenal job.
So, Sherice, is there anything you're working on that you want to tell us about?
I am working on, what am I working on right now? Health, just health and well-being. Like I said, I just had a hernia surgery, so I'm doing a lot of like, gut health and detoxing and trying to get my body. I just turned 53 this summer.
Looking amazing.
Thank you. And I'm trying to stay here for another 53. So,
There you go.
with your body, keep moving, exercise, be around positive people. What I am doing intentionally is those that are not on board with me and they want to live in the negative vibe, you don't get to be a part of my circle. And so think those people are gone. I don't affiliate with that. You're not going to be carrying on 2022 with me. So a lot of people have been left in the dust and I'm so happy about that. Because I have to be happy and my mental health means the world to me. And if my mental health is 100%, then when I'm working in mental health and serving the families that I serve, I'm going to give them 100%.
Yeah.
My cup's full.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love you guys. Thank you.
We love you too.
You guys are doing awesome work. You're bringing up phenomenal topics. You're doing awesome work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And finally, Sherice, is there any message you would just like to leave our listeners or viewers with? Any message from your heart? It doesn't have to be about today's subject. And if it is, that's fine too. But like just something you want people to know.
I want people to know that we are living in what could be to some troubled days. We are living in what some may call a pandemic. We're living through things that a lot of us have never experienced in our life. And listen to our elderly, but I also want you to listen to our youth because they are both saying two very important things. Our youth are teaching us be okay with saying no. Be okay with saying no to people of authority. Express yourself, have an expression, be respectful, but have an expression. Be bold, be audacious, be daring, make change. And then our elderly are also teaching us there's ways to survive without all the electronic devices because they did it. And so we need to listen to that as well, because we're moving in a direction where we may not have a lot of these luxuries that we have, and we need to know how to get around in life without those. So those two different groups of people, we really need to listen. If you are ready to learn, you can learn something every age of your life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you,
Exactly.
Sherice. Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you.
Yay. Thank you guys. Have a good one.
All right. And to our viewers and listeners, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys on our live. Today's life lesson is overcoming negative self-talk. Many of us have a bad habit of thinking mean things about ourselves. From I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm dumb, I'm a loser, I can't. Question: would you ever talk to your friends that way? I know I wouldn't. Also, I know I need to be my greatest friend. That means I need to make some changes. I need to RCC, recognize, challenge, and change. Recognize that I'm engaging in negative self-talk, get curious, and challenge that negative self-talk. What evidence do I have for it? And what evidence do I have against it? Where are these thoughts coming from? Then I need to change it to something more realistic and positive. For example, if I'm thinking, I'm lazy, I'm going to stop and be honest with myself. And I'm going to say, I'm not lazy. The truth is, I'm tired. And I honestly just don't want to do it. Isn't that much better than calling myself a name or putting myself down? And that is today's life lesson.